What's going on in here? You use your ID to get in here? Do you get in without it? I don't understand people who get in here without an ID. My girlfriend does that all the time. People who don't carry an ID with them. Do you drive anywhere? You don't drive anywhere. You don't drink. You don't smoke. That's fucking awesome because you're doing a lot better than I am. That shit is all leading causes of death. Car accidents, overdoses, cancer, leading causes of death. Driving is a leading cause of death too. I used to drive a Miata. You know what a Miata is, right? One of the most popular little sports cars. They weigh less than a ton. Mine had no power steering. They're really low to the ground, but they're actually really comfortable cars. You'd be really surprised. Mine had leather seats. When you're driving at a normal speed, you can't really feel the lack of power steering, and you also don't notice it doesn't really have an airbag. The early ones didn't come with airbags. Mine was like a 92 or something. It didn't have an airbag. And I didn't really ever think about that until I run into a damn 4 foot tall antique wooden chair head on at 70 in the middle of the fucking highway. Walnut and foam. There's a lot of foam. But unfortunately, I'm still here to annoy the shit out of all you people. You can't fucking make this up either. My boss at work, I was a truck driver, my boss at work was also driving to work. He was behind me. He lived north of town as well. He saw me hit the chair. He proceeded to hit something else in the middle of his lane, completely different piece of furniture or something. But he drove a Jeep, so it didn't damage the Jeep at all. But you know, in my mirror, I saw a couple more people hit it. That night, as I was sipping a drink on my couch watching TV, I saw a headline. Here's the headline: Grand Rapids man arrested for robbery and drug possession after theft of U-Haul and $6,000 in furniture. This asshat drove miles down the highway with a truckload of crack cocaine and stolen furniture with the fucking door open. I don't know what else I suspected, but I knew as I seen that armrest that drug possession might be involved. Fucking crackheads. Now that I've got y'all laughing about addiction, some of you aren't laughing, I don't know. But now that you're laughing about addiction, I can tell you my story. I just used to drink a lot, really. I used to be an alcoholic. I still am, kind of. I used to grab a handle of vodka if I had the money. I get a 12-pack of beer to wash it down with. I'll still drink beer. I can't give beer up. That was my Friday night. That was my weekend. It was also my work days. I'm just thankful I didn't have kids to, you know, fuck up for life. You know, I don't want to be a shitty father. I started drinking when I was 15, but by the time I turned 21, I looked at myself in the mirror and I would say, man, you're 21 now. You're in your 20s. You're an adult. You're legally allowed to buy alcohol. You got to start budgeting. I set budgets for groceries and budgets for eating out, budgets on alcohol. The first week, the alcohol budget started at $30, which isn't a good sign because I knew I would drink every penny of that. And it didn't last very long. It lasted from the time that I said it in my head to myself until 17 minutes later when I pulled into Walmart. When I walked in, I saw a handle of Tito's. It was $29.99. $32.89 after tax. Well, spotless records were made to be broken. And I broke it. By Tuesday, I had a little left in the Tito's bottle, a new fifth of Bacardi, and a 30 rack of PBR. Man, I was happy. I used to think I was so cool. I used to think I was awesome. I was like a sophisticated gentleman. Sipping on this vodka that made my entire 800 square foot apartment smell like cat piss, which I would always disguise by just blaming the cat and just sipping on the literal cheapest beer that you can buy at any grocery store. Thought I had a cool job or something, like I was a detective, you know, trying to wash away the anxiety of my day and all the shit that I see, you know, dead bodies and whatnot. Or maybe I was a doctor. I used to think maybe I was a doctor, you know, like come home and you ever watch House MD? I thought it was like House. I thought it was House. Like I was some genius nephrologist diagnosing patients nobody else can and saving lives. You know, kids with cancer and well, we found the cure. And I just so happened to be straddled with this addiction. In reality, I was a 300-pound man who drove a box truck and owned a collection of ammo boxes. You know, little boxes with bullets. The little boxes, bullets come in little boxes. You buy them at Cabela's. I used to collect those. Yeah, I was a real sophisticated fucking gentleman.